Hi and welcome to my channel. So as you know, all UK visas are not the same. There are some visas that you need to apply, get a job, get a COS, and then you can apply for the visa. There are some special UK visas that you don't need to go through all of this process in order for you to get that visa. And so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of such visas because what is most special about these visas is that they are only open at specific times of the year, and if you miss that application window, then you will not be able to apply, unlike the traditional work visas that are available and open all the times. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this visa because applications are now officially open, and if you're somebody who is eligible and considering this pathway, then this is the only period that you can apply, because once applications close, you will not be able to apply. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. If you haven't joined this family, take this opportunity to hit the subscribe button below, because you want to be the first person that is notified when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. I'm dedicated because of somebody that have gone through these visa processes, working as a carer, then studying nursing, then now working as an advanced nurse practitioner is something that I'm very, very passionate to bring to you the best opportunities. Whether you're looking for visa sponsorship to move to the UK, or you're already in the UK looking to switch or to move to something better like the NHS, for example, or you're looking for apprenticeships where you get paid to work and study at the same time, or you're looking for all these special visas that don't need so much hassle and bustle, then obviously I'm your girl. If you check the comment section below, you'll see my newsletter. It's free to join. You drop your name and email, and I send that information directly to your amazing inbox so that you don't miss out on such vital and crucial information. You're also going to see my contact details in the comment section. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. So that if you're sat there thinking, Melvis, I need to talk with you about my personal circumstances because XYZ is going on, I need ABC, then obviously, like I say, just contact me at your earliest convenience so that we can go through, how you can be supported and what is the next best step for you to take. Because with these UK visas, the rules that are changing all the times, you've got to be on your toes and you need to make sure that you're the smartest, because otherwise, it's going to be a massive struggle. That's all I'm going to say, because you want to make sure that you're going for the best opportunities for your personal circumstances. So now let's get into this, particular visa and what is going on. In fact, I'm going to tell you the advantages applying for this visa. I'm going to talk about the eligibility criteria, and then we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts, because this visa has really strict do's and don'ts. But I'm going to tell you that what I like the most about this visa is that you get a work visa for 2 years in the UK, and you don't need a certificate of sponsorship to apply. You don't need a job before you apply, which means that you get to the UK, you can do any job once you get to this country, and you don't need a COS. So you're not tied to a particular employer, which is something that is massive, because if you get a traditional work visa, you are tied obviously to that employer legally. And if you're not working with them, let's say you've come to the UK on visa sponsorship, but you're not working for the employer that has given you sponsorship, it is illegal. And when you apply for your indefinite leave to remain in 5 years, that's when you're going to be in deep trouble. I know there are lots of people in this situation at the moment. They're not aware of what the immigration rules are. But let me tell you something, 5 years from now, when you apply for your indefinite leave to remain in the UK, look, it's going to be terrible. By the way, leave a comment in the comment section below. What are your personal circumstances at the moment? Are you overseas? Are you in the UK? Are you looking for visa sponsorship? What is really going on with you? Like I say, this is a special UK visa that is amazing for those that are actually eligible, because you can move to the UK, have a 2-year work visa. You can work for any employer that you choose, and you don't need a COS from a particular employer, which is why you're a free soul to do what you want. One of the things I also like about this visa is the fact that you can be self-employed. So you can move to the UK, legally open your own business, your own company, as long as the tools, the goods, and everything that you're using, the equipment, isn't worth more than £5,000, and as long as you are not employing other people. If you're the only person working for your business, you can legally have your business. If you have a very big business that you need to employ people and all that, then obviously you need a visa that is more entrepreneurial rather than this. And this is an opportunity that is massive, because if you're in the UK on a traditional work visa, you need to be careful, because you're not legally allowed to do certain self-employed activities and jobs, or set up your own company and all of that. There are rules on how to go about that. So it is your duty to make sure that you know. And by the way, I don't know if we've spoken about this, but this is the Young Professionals Scheme. So this is the Young Professional Scheme, and that is the type of visa that we are obviously talking about. And so let's get into the eligibility criteria. And by the way, if you know anybody that can benefit from this, young people that are looking to move to the UK, then please do share this with them and encourage them to put themselves forward, because these are the sorts of opportunities that you need. These are the types of UK visas that are not always so obvious because they are very seasonal and only available at specific periods of time within the year. So if you're not somebody who is very well informed, you won't even know that the visa applications are open. Like I say, they're open at the moment, very limited time to apply, just days, and then it closes till the next season. So in terms of the eligibility criteria, by the way, you've got to be between 18 and 30 years old. So if you're older than 30 when you're applying, well, you're not eligible. I'm sorry. You've got to be at least 18 years old. You've got to be maximum 30. So if you're 29 years old, for example, obviously you can apply. If you're already 31, you will not be able to apply for this visa. That's why it's called the Young Professionals Visa. Another thing also is that you need to have a degree. Most UK work visas or traditional work visas, you don't need to have a degree to apply, but for this one, you do. And that's why it's called the Young Professionals Visa. It's to give you that opportunity, that work experience in the UK, that exposure that you need in order to experience working in this country away from your own home country. And it's a massive opportunity because you're free, you can be flexible, you can work for any company, you can go for any jobs, and you don't need sponsorship, obviously visa sponsorship, once you're in the UK and you have the 2-year visa. So another thing also is that you need £2,530 proof of funds. So you cannot apply for this visa if you don't have proof of funds, and the amount that you need is £2,530. Traditionally, with the normal visas, is just £1,270, but for this visa, it is a higher amount. So again, you've got to be somebody who already has some sort of savings, because this money has to be in your bank account at least 28 days from the day you're actually applying for the visa. So it's very, very important, absolutely crucial. You also need to pay visa fees. The visa fee for this is £298, which is amazing. I mean, it's not a lot of money. And you're also going to pay for the healthcare surcharge, which is £1,552, because like I say, with these UK visas, all of them have T's and C's. And that's what I'm telling you. So that if you're somebody who is considering this visa, you're thinking about the financial part as well. Yes, you're eligible, but can you afford it? Those are all things that you need to put together. Again, what do you think about this visa in the comment section below? Are you eligible? How old are you at the moment? Are you considering other special UK visas such as this? I mean, there are loads and loads of them. But this is one of those that has an age restriction. So this visa has an age restriction. You've got to be at least 18. You've got to be a maximum 30. If you are 29, obviously, and you apply, if you have it for 2 years, it means that year 2, you're going to be 31. That's acceptable. The only thing is that at the point of application, you've got to be less than 30. So if you are 29 and a half or 29 years, I don't know, 11 months, you're eligible, because by the time you're successful, you go over the age limit, but you need to have a visa by then. And the UK government has stressed on this, even on their website, so that you're not concerned and you're chilled and you can apply as long as you're less than 30 on the day you're actually applying. So again, that's part of the eligibility criteria. So financially, you kind of have to be financially upright and meet all these financial requirements, obviously, if you are applying. Again, do you think this is a good visa opportunity? Do you think you would pursue this? Is it for you? Also, leave a comment in the comment section below. Which country are you from? Because there are lots of rules, like I said, lots of T's and C's, who can apply, who can't apply, and I'll be giving you more information about that. So which country are you from? Because that's also very important and very relevant. Drop that in the comment section below. Which country are you from? As in, where do you live at the moment? Leave that in the comment section below. Now, I think it's important to talk about some of the things that you cannot do on this visa, because I don't want it to look all good and easy. Because look, the UK is a country that they're very strict when it comes to their visa rules. When I see some people now going against immigration rules, I'm like, you've got the heart to do that. Like, I wouldn't be able to go against any visa rules in this country, because for me, they're like sacrosanct. They're like, if they say don't do this, I'm not going to do it, because I don't want to be on the bad side of the immigration, because the consequences are catastrophic. Like I say, the last thing that you want is that you're settled in this country with your kids, with your beautiful family. 5 years later, you apply for indefinite leave to remain and say, Melvis, we're so sorry, we cannot give you, because 2 years ago or 5 years ago when you moved to the UK, you did XYZ. Very disheartening when it happens. And in fact, I don't want to get into the details of the consequences that that actually leads to. And so when I'm saying this, I know that, those of you that are, very keen on doing things legally, doing things the right way, you're still out of the UK, you're in the UK, you want to be on the good side, you're part of the top 1% of people that I do my videos for, then please stay on the right side of UK immigration. I cannot stress this enough, because there are consequences for every single action. And when those consequences come on, it is very, very messy. You're going to spend a lot of money to get lawyers, to get these things to go wrong. You need to fix them. It's a lot of heartache, which you want to avoid. If you're not aware, by the way, if you check the description box below or the about section of this channel, you see information about my private coaching program where I offer one-to-one tailored, individualized and personalized guidance. If you are keen on it, then you can check that out. If you need to know what is in this for you, is this even helpful or relevant for you, because it's not for everybody, obviously, like I say, it's only for the top 1% of people, then you can check the comment section below, contact me directly. There's my WhatsApp number and my email address, and I can tell you what is in this for you. So, what are the T's and C's for this visa? I think it's really important that we talk about this, because it'll be unfair to talk about all of this without telling you what the T's and C's are. The first thing is that you cannot extend this visa. If you come to the UK on those 2 years, you can only have the visa for 2 years, and that is it, done and dusted. So you cannot do that. After that, we're going to talk about how you actually apply, because I mean, it's absolutely crucial, isn't it? It's all good and fine to know the eligibility criteria, the benefits, what you can and can't do, but how do you apply? We will talk about this after the T's and C's and after the do's and don'ts. One massive thing as well with this visa, which is something that is very disheartening, is that you cannot add your family to this visa. It is not legal, it is not allowed. So if you've got a family, you cannot include them on this visa. You cannot do that. That's the rule, that's the law, that's how it works. Obviously, as with many other UK visas, you're not entitled to public funds. And there are very few things that are classified as public funds, but it is your duty as a candidate to make sure you know what those are. If you want me to do a video talking about what constitutes public funds or not, leave that in the comment section. I'm happy to do that, because when it comes to some opportunities in the UK, they're considered as career progression, not public funds, which means even if you're on visa sponsorship, you will be eligible. But there are other things that are considered public funds, which means if you are on visa sponsorship, you got to avoid them, because if you don't, you're going to be seen to be going against immigration rules. And as I say, if you're watching my videos, you need to be on the right side, on the best side, on the ideal side of UK immigration, because they can get very messy. So again, how do you apply for this opportunity? Yes, very, very important, very crucial. Because you don't need a COS or you don't need an employer, what happens is that obviously applications are open now. If you simply go to the good old Google and you put young professional scheme, it's all the info is going to come out. Obviously, make sure that you're on the .gov website, which is the UK government. You see the lovely link that says apply. You click on apply, and then you just fill in your details. They'll just ask for your. It's really simple, as in anybody can fill in this application. In fact, you don't even need, like, they just ask for your personal details, because you don't need to have a job beforehand, obviously. So they'll ask for your names, your date of birth, your country, your citizenship, and just personal details, your education qualifications, and all of that. Once you put those details in, that's it. You've applied, you've submitted your application, or shall I say your interest. That's how you kind of present your interest. That's how you say, look, UK government, I'm actually interested in this year's opportunity for young professionals, because guess what? I'm 22, or I'm 21, or however old you are. You need to be at least 18, maximum of 30. So if you're 29 years old, 11 months, 6 days, you can apply today before you turn 30 the next day. That's what matters. So once you put in your application, then you do nothing else. You just chill out and wait. The UK government will decide who they want to give this opportunity to. If you're one of the fortunate people that are successful, or if you're a fortunate person that is chosen for this, you're going to get an email. It's a really simple email from the UK government saying, Melvis, congratulations, you have been successful on this year's XYZ recruitment, and we are happy for you to proceed with your application. Simple email. When you get that email, there's a link there to apply. So you just click on apply, and then that's how, well, you don't need to apply immediately, but from when you receive that email, you have 90 days to then apply for the visa. And it's when you're applying for the visa that you need all the proof of funds, IHS fees, visa fees, and everything that we talked about previously when we were talking about the eligibility criteria and most importantly, the requirements for this visa. So that's the process. You apply, you wait for an email from the UK government. So you don't apply through an employer, you apply directly on the UK government website to the UK government directly. When you apply there, or when you show your interest or express your interest, better still, then they send you an email. When you get the email saying you're successful, you have 90 days from the date you receive the email to actually apply for the visa. When you apply for the visa, obviously, as long as you have everything that they need for the visa, you will get a 2-year work permit to come to the UK. When you come to the UK, you can do any job. You don't need visa sponsorship. You can just do any job. If you work for one employer for 1 week and you're like, hey, I don't like you, you're not paying enough, you can leave and go to another employer. If they're like, hey, you're so far from where I live, you can leave them. And that's the best part about this, because when you're on visa sponsorship, with the normal jobs, you cannot do that. So again, this visa, the reason I'm sharing this is because it gives you an opportunity to come to the UK to explore this country, to see if it's for you. If you're somebody that you're like, hey, I'm in my home country, I think I'm happy, I think I'm doing well, do I need to go to the UK, do I not? This is an opportunity for you to explore, to just experience the country. So again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like, are you for real, hit subscribe. And if you need to contact me, obviously check the comment section below. I'm looking forward, obviously, to you going for this opportunity, and check this out.